Brought to you by Gamezy. Win up to rupees 5 crores every day. Download the app now.
It's a game between two teams who are both on 6 points. They have won 3 games and lost 1. The Gujarat Titans are going to take on the Rajasthan Royals. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about our top fantasy picks. Well, for the Gujarat Titans, there are a lot of budget buys there, but I'm not sure whether I want to pick them. Abhinav Manohar scored 35 odd runs in the last game, but he was dropped twice or thrice. So I'm not sure whether I want to pick him. Then even B. Sai Sudarshan, who impressed in his very first game, but last game he only scored 11 runs. But if you are looking at somebody, Darshan Nalkande also played last game, but gave away, by the way, 22 runs in his 2 overs. Did not even complete his quota of overs. Rahul Tewatia though might get a few more overs this time around, even though whatever he has bowled, he has gone for runs. But I expect him to bowl a few more overs with his leg spin against the Rajasthan Royals, his former side. So maybe Rahul Tewatia is a good punt for you guys. So Rahul Tewatia is there, Darshan Nalkande, I'm not even sure whether he will get a game. But Tewatia is there, B. Sai Sudarshan again can be a decent punt because he'll bat at number 3. And with that first game that he played, the debut game for him, he was really good. So those are the budget buys from the Gujarat Titans. Now Rajasthan Royals. Well, Rajasthan Royals have a few options themselves. Devdutt Padikkal, again, he's been on and off for them this season. At times he looks in good nick, but then he gets out. So he hasn't scored a big one this time around, but maybe it's around the corner. So Devdutt Padikkal is one. Among the bowlers, you could look at somebody like Kuldeep Sen, who we were surprised to see can bowl 145 kilometers per hour as well. So that was very good to see. So Kuldeep Sen is there, was very impressed with him, and he defended those crucial runs in the last over, bowled the last over. So he'll definitely play tomorrow's game because he won them the game eventually. And apart from him, Prasidh Krishna is there. He gave away 35 runs from his 4 overs, and even though he picked up a solitary wicket, he will bowl 2 overs at the top of the innings and also at the end of the innings. So another good pick he can be. So Prasidh Krishna, Kuldeep Sen, Devdutt Padikkal are probably your budget buys options from Rajasthan Royals. Overseas options. Well, among the overseas options, we know Rashid Khan and Lockie Ferguson will play for sure. Lockie Ferguson, even though he gave away 46 runs from his 4 overs, looked completely off colour in the last game, he'll still play for sure. So Rashid Khan, Lockie Ferguson, sure shot options. David Miller will also play, I feel, because even though he hasn't done really well for them, he played that one innings 30-40 odd runs that he scored in the first game along with Rahul Tewatia to win them that game, and probably he'll keep his place in the side. The only player I think who might go out this game is Matthew Wade, but they might keep him for another game. If not, they can replace Matthew Wade. They have a like-for-like replacement in the form of Rahmanullah Gurbaz. Gurbaz, Afghanistan wicket-keeper batsman who will bat at the top of the order. So like-for-like replacement. So if they are looking at somebody for a Matthew Wade, if Matthew Wade is not performing for them, which he hasn't done in the first 4 games, I think they can definitely draft in Rahmanullah Gurbaz in the playing 11. Rajasthan Royals, they played 4 overseas players last time around, and the inclusion of Rassie van der Dussen was interesting because that gives more depth to their middle order that way, even though Yashasvi Jaiswal was left out and Padikkal opened. So we know Butler will be there. Rassie van der Dussen will definitely play another game for sure because he's only played 1 game. Shimron Hetmyer will be there, and Trent Boult, who bowled those thunderbolts, I would say. Trent Boult with his thunderbolts in that first over against the Lucknow Super Giants, he's also going to be there. So those are the 4 overseas options from the Rajasthan Royals. Captaincy choices. We have got a few options, but from Gujarat Titans, the biggest 2 of the lot are right here. Hardik Pandya and Shubman Gill, both are great captain choice in terms of Hardik Pandya will give you 4 overs, will bat at 2 down, and Shubman Gill, we should see more of him because last game it was a brilliant catch that got rid of him. Maybe it won't happen this game, but Shubman Gill has looked in sensational touch till now, and again I'm looking at making one of these either my captain or my vice captain. So Hardik Pandya, Shubman Gill, great choices from Gujarat Titans. For Rajasthan Royals, we know the usual suspects. There's Joss Butler, there's Sanju Samson, but One guy I'm thinking can be a great punt is Mr. Yuzvendra Chahal. He picked up 4 wickets in the last game, which was very good to see. And the fact that Chahal has been getting a lot of wickets with his leg spin, players are finding it hard to tackle him, even though they can probably keep him out playing his 4 overs properly. But he keeps taking wickets. So Yuzvendra Chahal is another good option if you are looking to take a punt on a leg spinner who's been doing really well. So those are your captaincy choices from these two teams. So here's my fantasy 11. I've picked Josh Butler, Devdutt Padikkal, Shimron Hetmeyer, Trent Bolt and Yuzvendra Chahal from the Rajasthan side, and from the Gujarat Titans, I've picked Sai Sudarshan as one of my budget buys. Then I've got Hardik Pandya, Shubman Gill, Rashid Khan, Lockie Ferguson and Mohammad Shami. So that's my 11. Please make sure that you download the Gamezy app, because you can win up to 5 crore rupees in daily prizes. So what are you waiting for? Please click on the link, download the app and make your team before the game starts, during the mid-innings break, because Gamezy allows you to make a separate team for the second innings, and then they also allow you to make teams for those 5-over-side contests 8 times during the match. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now. Thank you for watching.